Hi guys, welcome back to Nixie DIY Crafts. Today we are going to be making something a little bit differently than what I'm used to creating on this channel. I'm going to be creating a shadow box in honor of my mother-in-law who passed away a month and a half ago. I wanted to create something special for my home to memorialize her, for my husband, my children, and myself. So I'm using the shadow box. I'm using these pink lights, and I'm using this printout that, again, I was inspired by an image on Pinterest. I recreated it in a Word document and I printed it out on a vellum sheet of paper. The vellum, if you're not familiar with what it is, it's a sheet of paper, standard size, 8.5 by 11, but it's sheer. I would compare it to parchment paper for those that bake. It's similar to that. It's just a little bit thinner, but it's see-through. As you can see the grid lines on my paper cutter right now. I'm cutting down the sheet of paper to 8 by 10. The box measures 9 by 11, but the insert measures 8 by 10. So here I'm trimming down my paper to 8 by 10. I start off by cutting the left and right, cutting 1/4 inch from each side, and then from the top and bottom I'm cutting 1/2 inch. So it brings down my paper to 8 by 10. I selected the shadow box because of the depth of the sides. I like that I can place it on its side or stand it up. It's 3 inches deep, and I feel like that won't tip over so easily. It was from Hobby Lobby. It was marked $29.99, but I did go on a week where they were holding their 50% off on frames, so I paid $15 for it. To remove the backing, it works just like a picture frame. You just lift up the little notches and then you just pull it up. Now, what I do like about this box is that it brings this insert inside, and that is what you will use to hold down your paper. So here I'm placing my paper inside, and 8 by 10 fits perfectly inside of the frame. And now I'm gonna insert again the frame, carefully place it back inside, and I'm gonna set it aside so now we can continue working on the back. So the back cover is like a padded cover covered with fabric, and it brought 4 pins. So I am going to keep the sheet of paper that's already part of the backing. I'm just going to flip it over to the white side, and I'm going to place my little pin heads back to secure the piece of paper in place, and I'm also going to use them to hold my string lights. So these string lights are from the Dollar Tree, and they're wired, which I like because you're able to wrap them around, which is what I'm doing here. I'm going to wrap them around the pin heads to keep them in place. I do try to create an X shape because I want the light to distribute equally when you're looking at it from the front. The shade of pink is not my favorite, but it's what I had on hand. I'm gonna try to look for another shade of pink, maybe something a little bit lighter. Pink was her favorite color, so that's why I'm using the pink lights instead of the white. But I am gonna look for another shade of pink that I can eventually replace these with. Now that everything is secure, I'm replacing the cover, and I'm leaving just a little short string to keep the battery pack outside. I removed the price tag. To secure the back cover, just go ahead and press down those little notches, again just like a picture frame. And the next step is really optional. The battery pack, I decided to glue it down to the back cover. I'm not using permanent hot glue, I'm just using regular hot glue. So here I'm placing hot glue on the cover that does not open, just in case we got to replace the batteries. So I'm placing it on the piece that doesn't open. And if you do this step, make sure that you place the on and off switch on the side, easy to access when you need to turn on and off your shadow box. And that's it. Your project is now complete. I have to be honest, this was very hard to do the voiceover, and try not to cry. Thanks for joining me. Bye.